Hello students, welcome to Envisions Math Lesson 10.5. So for Envisions Math Lesson 10.5 today, it is just more adding and subtracting mixed numbers. However, there's a couple of things that have been added in to today's assignment that you have not experienced before. So far, we have only been adding two mixed numbers together or only subtracting two mixed numbers together. However, today, there are some problems you'll be working on where you will be adding or subtracting three mixed numbers. That's right, three. You can do it. Don't worry. You'll see. Also, another aspect that's added into today's assignment is order of operations. Now, it's only adding and subtracting. So remember, when you're adding or subtracting, if addition comes first and subtracting comes next, you do the addition. If subtraction comes first and addition comes next, you do the subtraction. Addition and subtraction in order of operations are on a level playing field. The only part of order of operations that comes into play today is parentheses. So remember, you always do the work that's in parentheses first, okay? All right. So I'm going to show you one example today of a problem that's similar to what you'll be working on, and then I will let you proceed to your assignment, all right? So here we have some parentheses, which indicate some order of operations going on, as well as three mixed fractions. We have 14 and 1/6 minus 4 and 5/9 plus 1 and 7/18. Now, with the aspect here of this problem having three mixed fractions, we need to look at all three denominators and come up with a common denominator. Now, the tip that I always give my students is when you're trying to find a common denominator, first see if you can fit the smaller denominator into the larger denominator. Now, in this case, you have two smaller denominators that you will try to see if you can fit into the larger denominator. If it works out, great. Then the largest denominator becomes your common denominator. If it doesn't work out, however, then you need to find the lowest common multiple of each of those denominators. All right, so let's look at it. We have 6, 9, and 18. Our two smaller denominators are 6 and 9, and our larger denominator is 18. Can we fit 6 and 9 equally into 18? Yes, we can. 6 can go into 18 three times, and 9 can go into 18 two times. So we kind of lucked out on this problem. We know right away that our common denominator is going to be 18. So I am going to change that right now. So bear with me just a moment. It's going to take a little time. If I had elevator music, I would have elevator music play for you right now. Not that it's the most exciting music, but it does pass the time sometimes. All right, so we are just concentrating on the fraction part of our mixed numbers right now. Now I have changed the common denominator to 18. However, we need to make sure that our numerators are correct as well. So I'm looking at 6, and how did I get from 6 to 18? Well, in terms of multiplication, you need to multiply by 3. 6 times 3 is 18, so then you also multiply the numerator by 3. 1 times 3 is 3. So we'll make sure that that goes there. All right, now looking at the next fraction, 9 changing into 18. What times 9 equals 18? 2. So 9 times 2 equals 18. So we also need to multiply the numerator by 2, and 5 times 2 is 10. Now, in the case of this fraction already having the denominator of 18, you are keeping the numerator the same, okay? So now we have 3/18, 10/18, and 7/18. That is going to make the problem much easier to solve. Now, the whole number, 14, we can drop that down. Let me do that really quick. Play a little elevator music in your head or whatever music you prefer at the moment. I apologize for my weird noises. All right, so now we have 14 and 3/18 minus 4 and 10/18 plus 1 and 7/18. Well, we need to consider order of operations here. We have a part of the problem that's um, encapsulated, if you would like to say, that is in between two parentheses. We are going to do this part of the problem first. Now we have 14 and 3/18 minus 4 and 10/18. Do you see a problem here? Yes, there is a problem. You can't subtract 3 minus 10. Hmm, what are we going to do? Well, um, in Envisions, they would call this renaming the fraction. Okay, what we are going to do is we're going to take or borrow from this 14 so we can make this fraction bigger, particularly the numerator, so we can have a number bigger than 10 to subtract. Let me show you how we do that. So 18 indicates how many parts to the whole, right? So I'm going to take one whole away from 14. So 14 is going to become 13. Now, if I take one whole away, that means I took 18/18 away. So remember, when you add, you keep the denominator the same, the numerator is the one that changes. So when I took one whole away from 14 and turned it into 13, that meant I took away 18/18. So what is 18/18 plus 3/18? We're just adding 18 plus 3 to the numerator. That would be 21, right? So I'm going to take that away because I'm adding 18/18 to the 3/18, and now that becomes 21/18. Now I have 13 and 21/18 minus 4 and 10/18. Can I solve this problem now? Yes, we have a common denominator, and yes, we have a fraction that can subtract. Okay, so I'm going to look at the fraction here. 21/18 minus 10/18 would be 11/18. And then I'm going to look at my whole number, 13 minus 4, that is 9. So I have 9 and 11/18. Now, am I done? No, because we still have the other mixed fraction, plus 1 and 7/18. I'm trying to write clearly for you. All right, so we have common denominator, and we can solve this problem. We're adding the numerators here. Now, this is an interesting thing here. We have 11/18 plus 7/18. Remember, we're going to focus on the fraction first, not first. We're going to focus on the fraction first when adding mixed numbers. 11/18 plus 7/18, that equals 18/18. What is 18/18? One whole, right? So 11/18 plus 7/18 equals 1. And then 9 plus 1 is 10. So what is 10 plus 1? 11, right? You've known that for a long time. So look at all that work we had to do just to get to the number 11. We started off with 14 and 1/6 minus 4 and 5/9 plus 1 and 7/18, and voila, we have the answer 11. I think the biggest thing that you can take away from solving this problem is having a nice whiteboard or a nice blank scrap piece of paper to do this work on is best, rather than try to do it in your head, because there are several steps that you have to go through to solve a problem like this. All right, everyone, enjoy lesson 10.5. May the force be with you. Make a great day.